Out of these six, who comes off the bench? I'm going to be honest, I'm benching Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal.
What is wrong with y'all? Bruh, the amount of Shaq disrespect that I've been seeing on the internet is absolutely insane. A part of me want to ask y'all when y'all was born, but another part of me want to ask if you've ever dribbled a basketball a day in your life. While Shaq's name seldomly comes up when y'all talk about the greatest of all time, it always comes up when we talk about the most dominant player that ever played a game of basketball. Man's mentioned Shaq's weakness to cheeseburgers. What he didn't mention is that it took 15 years for this man to average less than 20 points a game. Them cheeseburgers literally ain't stopped shit. If anything, it helped. Like, y'all know big men tend to struggle with health issues. That was never a problem with Shaq. He also talked about weaknesses as if the other guys ain't got none. 4 out of the other 5 guys on the list are ball dominant. Outside of LeBron James, who the fuck else is passing the basketball? Speaking of LeBron, Tim Duncan and LeBron James are below average free throw shooters since we talking about Shaq free throws. The only snipers you got on the team outside the three-point line is Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant on a good day. Shaq is also incredibly underrated as far as his ball handling, decision making, and passing is concerned. And when you mention limiting spaces, I don't even think you know what that means. Because you got 4 guys that can play on the perimeter and 1 guy in the paint. That shit seemed pretty spread out to me. Shaq also has 3 all-defensive team selections. So as for him being out of position on the pick and roll, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Truth is, the modern centers are at just as much a disadvantage as Shaq is. And if any of them had to play down on the goddamn block with Shaq, they would get destroyed. No, Shaq is not Joel Embiid behind the three-point line, but Joel Embiid damn sure ain't Shaq on that block. Also, basketball is a team game, so having 4 ball-dominant scorers on the court at the exact same time and 1 guy that's going to block shots and get rebounds is a terrible strategy. And before any of y'all say, oh, LeBron James is more of a passer than he is a scorer, he's number 2 on the list for most points ever scored. I really don't understand why y'all just wake up and decide to disrespect the previous generations like this. I just don't know. If you ever saw Shaq play in his prime, then you know what time it is. Regardless of what generation that man is playing in, he is getting busy. No, he wouldn't be these modern centers behind the three-point line, but he will be fucking Shaq in the paint.